right then. So it's Solomon from AutoMarkt Ninja, and today it's a little bit of a different location. I feel like this is a topic that is something that everybody is always, they hear this thing, but they don't know how to approach it. And not only that, this is a significant problem and a significant reason to why a lot of guys do marketing and it doesn't work. Because the thing is this, when you take a look at the concept of business, what are the key performance drivers, not even indicators, key performance drivers, and that's what they call the KPD, that makes the business actually produce income. In today's date and age, it's become a little bit different to how things were being ran in the past, and the one key thing is having a solid brand. Put that into consideration. It's like, how do you create a solid brand? Where do you even start from? Key performance drivers that actually cause the business to produce income in today's date. I get a lot of detailers, auto shop owners. They come and they tell me, bro, I did marketing and it didn't work. I'm taking a look at the business. I'm seeing certain things that I know that I'm like, bro, this is the reason why your marketing isn't working. And I'm going to get to the point. I'm going to tell you what exactly it is. The key thing is really just they have a shitty brand. The perception of the business doesn't stand out. So when you're going to go take a business that doesn't have a very solid brand, that you're going to go do marketing on it, what do you expect? Of course it's going to fail. Of course it's not going to work. Because how are people going to trust a brand that they don't even... It's like, put this into perspective. A lot of guys, they forget the concept that customers are also human beings. And you as the business owner, you're a human being as well. So how can you create a business that you would go to if you were the customer? Take, for example, me specifically, I drive a $100,000 vehicle. Now, that's not a super expensive vehicle, but I mean, when I was trying to get PPF and ceramic coating on my vehicle, and I was looking for certain criteria to where it's like, bro, I just don't want to take my vehicle to anybody. I want to know I'm taking my vehicle to the right shop. I want to know I'm taking my vehicle to the right business. And I looked at their brand, I looked at their business, I looked at their reviews, and I looked at, okay, is this a business I would want to take my vehicle to? Because believe it or not, people judge. People judge you. Now you're probably wondering, Solomon, how do I actually build this brand? The first thing that you need to understand is this. What stage is the business in right now? How is the business being perceived? Are you at a level where it's like, bro, you're just starting out, it needs a lot of work? Or are you a business that's like, okay, yes, we built some form of foundation, we have some content that's going on, we have good reviews. So first thing first that you need to understand is where the stage of the business is in. And now, I see a lot of guys that come to me and they're probably stuck at, like, I'm going to break it down into two categories for you. So there are the businesses that are probably stuck at like 5, 10, 15K. Then there are the ones that are like 40, 50, that are trying to go higher than that. Let's start with the most common ones that I see. The ones that start are probably at like 5, 10, 15, 20,000. And they're wondering, how can I build a brand that's going to attract customers, that's probably going to attract people, that's going to get people to inquire about my services and I make money? You see what I'm about to tell you? Pay close attention. It's called the Chick-fil-A strategy, CFA strategy. There's an abbreviation for that, CFA, and that's competitive pricing, that's famous service, and aspirational branding. Literally these three concepts. You're wondering, what does Chick-fil-A have to do with detailing? Look at the concept of how, and look at the way they run their business. Look at how Chick-fil-A acquires customers. Look at how they keep customers. So now your goal is, how can I literally take the framework that's working for a multi-billion-dollar company and put it into my detailing business? It's very simple. Competitive pricing basically is like, bro, you're not too high, you're not too low, you're right in the middle. There's a sweet spot for you. And that sweet spot is going to be good enough to get people to where they don't see you, they don't perceive you as too cheap, and they don't perceive you as too high. And you're right in the middle. It's getting good. It's getting good. And you being right in the middle means that you're able to acquire volume. Because when people are seeing, oh, this guy has a good price and he has a good brand, now I'm curious what he has to offer. Why is he so good? And then you're going to build the business on volume. I'm going to break the strategy down a little bit more extensively for you. Let's keep going. So with the way the Chick-fil-A strategy works, we're going to be working on volume. and we're going to turn that volume into profit and cash. Because when you get a customer on a good competitive price, that's like, whoa, this price is good. It's not too expensive. It's not too cheap. It's good enough for me to get through the door. Then we go into a famous service. Now, what famous service can you offer that's going to attract clients based off of you having competitive pricing? Because you can't just do this for any service. It has to be a specific services that you know that people are going to want. It's not a service that's necessarily a nice to have service, but you know it's a service that's a must have service. Must have services are tint, ceramic coating. And now the customer is looking, this particular service, let me get it done. You're doing a ceramic coating at a competitive price. Let's say it's even $6.99, $7.99 for 10-year ceramic coating, 7-year ceramic coating, whatever it is. The thing is this, that pricing is going to reel them in. You're hooking them in. And once you hook them in and they come to the shop and they see the brand and they see everything is in accordance to how the business should be, those customers are going to be the ones that are asking for high ticket services, for PPF, for tint. And then you're going to be wondering like, whoa, I just took a customer from $700 to $3,000. Strategy. You have to be smart. You have to be a businessman. You have to start thinking like a business strategist. You can't be thinking like a detailer, because when you're thinking like a detailer, that's why you're being stuck in where you're at. You have to become a business owner. And a business owner understands strategy. And a business owner understands how people think. And a business owner is willing to do what he has to do to get people in the door to make money for the business. And that's where I come in. That's what I literally help my clients do. But this is for businesses that are stuck within that $5,000 to $10,000 range. And they're trying to build a personal brand. They're trying to build a brand for their business. Then we go into aspirational branding. I'm just touching all these points, and I'll emphasize a little bit more. When you go into aspirational branding, you have to think about it. It's like, bro, what experience are you giving these customers when they come through the door? What experience are you giving the customers as soon as they submit their information and you get on the phone with them and you're talking to them? What's the experience? It has to be A+, top tier. Because when you combine and you mix these aspirational branding, competitive pricing, and a famous service that everybody wants, it's a formula that just creates so much success. Because now people are going to be like, bro, this is the best place to get ceramic coating. This is the best place to get tint. They have amazing prices. They have the fucking solid brand. And they're like, bro, you become the business that everybody wants to go to using the Chick-fil-A strategy. And Chick-fil-A uses this strategy in front of our faces, and some people don't even recognize it. Because when you think about Chick-fil-A, they're better than McDonald's. Their prices are higher than McDonald's, but it's not all the way. There's a sweet spot. They have their sweet spot pricing. It's where they give you good value, good quality food, good quality sandwiches. And what are they specifically known for? Their chicken sandwiches, famous service. Are you following me? Are you following what I'm saying? What service are they specifically known for? Their chicken sandwiches. That's the famous service. And what do you know about their branding? Chick-fil-A offers amazing customer service. They're quick, they're clean. Think about that. You've been eating Chick-fil-A all this long, you never even recognize like, oh, how can I apply this same strategy to my business? They have competitive pricing, they have a famous service, and they have an aspirational brand to where people want to be like them, and people just love their brand. Take these concepts and put it into your detailed business and tell me why it wouldn't work. You just have to think strategically on how you can push this into your business, and that's how you create your brand. And the key thing when it comes to even branding for these businesses is also content. A lot of you guys sleep on content. A lot of you guys forget to put your face on camera. A lot of you guys don't want to connect with the customer. Let's say you're doing marketing. A customer sees your ad, and when they see your ad, they hop on your Instagram, maybe they check your reviews and they see your Google, and now you're thinking and you're sitting there, it's like, everything checks. I promise you, the guys that I'm working with right now that's had the fastest, easiest success are the guys that have 200 5-star reviews on Google. They're constantly posting on Instagram. They're constantly showing their faces on Instagram. Their service is amazing, and they have a very good pricing structure. And that's how they win. And that's how they build businesses that are sustainable, no matter the weather, no matter the season, no matter if it's winter, no matter if it's summer, no matter if it's spring, no matter if it's fall, they win. And if you want to create a business that's going to thrive throughout winter, you have to start thinking about how you can create a brand using the Chick-fil-A strategy. Build a brand that people would want to go to, and it's crazy for them to say no to give you money. Create a brand that you would go to if you were the customer. Put yourself in the customer's shoes. Man, I'm sweating making this video because that's how intense and that's how passionate I am about this specific topic. You have to create a business that is worth going to. You have to create a brand that's worth going to. And the only way for you to do that is when you understand the concept of using the Chick-fil-A strategy. And let me explain the concept of how competitive pricing is going to work. To where you can take a customer from literally spending, let's say, $700 with you. They're coming for a prime, they're coming for a service, maybe a ceramic coating, a $700 entry-level ceramic coating. Then you're taking them to spending $3,000, $4,000 with you. The customer comes in from your ad, you have a good offer, and it's for ceramic coating, and they come in and like, oh, okay. And unless it's a brand new vehicle. And as the customer is there, you're going to understand the way, this is where also you learning how to communicate and sell actually plays a big role. Because now you want to understand what the customer is specifically trying to achieve. But all this started up from you having a competitive price because you're able to reel them in and you're able to drive that curiosity that just forces them to want to talk to you. And once that happens, you're trying to figure out what specifically are they trying to achieve. And once you understand what specifically they're trying to achieve, let's say the customer wants ceramic coating, and when they want ceramic coating, they want a little bit more durable protection. What are you going to sell them? PPF, right? Of course. And with PPF is a different ball game. So this strategy is not going to work if you're trying to do this for PPF. I mean, you can build the brand, but you can use, when it comes to the famous service, you can't use PPF as the famous service because a lot of people don't really know too much about PPF, but they know ceramic coatings and they know window tint. So when they come in, now they're being upsold on PPF. And now they're probably going to be upsold on tint as well. And now you've taken a customer from $700 to spending $3 with you. And now you're working on volume. And now let's say you get 20 guys booked in at $700. How much is that? $14,000. Half of those 7 guys, you're able to take them to spend $3,000. $3,000 times 10 is what? 30,000. And 700 times 10 is what? 7,000. That's basically 37,000. But that's how you made it to $40,000. The math is simple. All of you overlook it. All of you don't pay attention to these key things. You wonder, how does Solomon create results? I follow this principle. It's simple. Use the Chick-fil-A strategy to grow your business. And that's how you grow a brand in 2025 that's going to be sustainable no matter the business, no matter the season. Thank you. And next topic, I'm going to be talking about how when you get to a certain stage where the business has now gotten to that point where you've built a brand with the Chick-fil-A strategy, what is the next thing? Now you have to use the Noble strategy, but stay tuned for that video.